following material may contain sex, coarse language, and violence.
Okay,
That's
so
how
I
it
actually
goes.
am at 5 damage then, because I
What?
did take the last hit.
Bruising, yes.
Yeah. Sweet.
Okay, right. So I've worked out that some time obviously passes before you sort of wake up, feeling sorry for yourself, in an uncomfortable, on an uncomfortable wooden floor. Now you still seem to be dressed in your dress clothing and your nice suit, but you don't have your cane,
Yep. Or my
Or
gun,
your-
I imagine.
or your gun, or your wristwatch.
What about none of my tools?
You still seem to have some of those.
Okay.
Like a hasty search was conducted.
Right. Okay, I'll have a look around. What is this room I'm in? What's it like?
It appears to be a wooden walled, three-walled, small room with nothing in it except you, and some bars and iron bars and iron door, as one wall, with a big, obvious lock in the door, like a jail cell.
Okay. So it's 3 walls and and the fourth wall is just like a jail. It's like bars, right?
Yep, that's exactly it.
Okay. I'm gonna make a perception check to see what's happening outside the cell I'm in. I guess. Yeah. 35.
Nothing. There's no one there. So outside the cell, there's like some room. It looks like there's about 4 cells. You can probably guess from the scale. And there's a door with another lock in it. Like key type, not Xander type.
Right. Okay, the type I can actually open.
Wait, you can?
Yeah.
You have lockpicking?
I have a lock release gun, and lockpicking comes under technology.
Well, I mean, I did split that off, but like technology will certainly help you a bit.
Right. How many points can I take in lockpicking after this whole thing? Because that's a skill I would have put points into.
Well, since I'm not really obeying the 10 cap thing, like I said, I mean, like, how many do you think you justify? I mean, like, at this point, I don't care.
Okay.
Because, like I said, I'm just letting everyone know, like, you treat 20 like 10. As far as, like, if you want to buy skills, you can do that, because, everyone's already been doing that. Might as well just keep it going until these are TBK.
Yeah.
And then,
so I'll make a roll.
Shuffle it back down some.
Yeah,
Like I said, I've already got like some adjusted DCs. I'm just going to kick the DCs up a bit to compensate for that. In most fields,
I think that's cocked.
be easier in the long run.
Let me see if I can put a dice on top of it. Okay, it did stay on top. It is a 12, so 32.
32 to navigate that lock.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, you fiddle around for about 5 or 6 minutes, and then you pop the lock. And the door creaks loudly as it swings open.
Were there any bars? So there's no windows, right? Like it's just walls and then bars on one side, right?
Now you're out, you can see that there is a window at the far one end.
Okay. Are there other cells or just this one?
There are 3 other cells.
Are any of them occupied?
No.
Okay. I'll go to the window at the far end and look out of it.
You were, look out, expecting to see the red banner building near the park. But in fact, you are not in there.
Yeah, I thought so.
You are in another building. You could do a local knowledge, or, if you don't have that, local geography, or if you don't have that, city layout analytics, or
The problem is I have local knowledge, right?
But it's not local
But
to this area, so you
it's
can't
for
roll
Cold
it.
Rocks, right?
Yes, yes.
So
you
I can do
can't.
geography?
You can? Yes, you got that.
Yeah. That is a 28.
You are on the same northern road as the Paris Clinic,
Right.
except you're
Okay.
up closer to 9, but not all the way up there. If you know what I mean.
Right. Yeah.
You would think. Sadly, the window is heavily barred and you don't think you can get out. And unlike the jail cells, you wouldn't be able to squeeze between the bars.
I mean, there's a trick to wear the bars down, but it takes forever. I'm going to keep looking around first, I think.
Okay.
Is there anything in any of the cells, or are they just all totally empty?
They're all totally empty.
Okay, so the door out of this room.
Large wooden door, and it has a similar lock to the one in the jail cell.
Does it have a window on it, or is it just like
No
you
window.
can't see through it?
No window. But you could peek through the keyhole, it's big enough.
Yeah, I'm going to do that.
Give me a heavily reduced perception check.
Yeah, I'll just give you the number and you figure out how reduced it is. 30.
You think the corridor beyond is empty.
Is there a gap between the bottom of the door and the floor?
There is a slight gap, yes, which is, coming from Cold Rocks where most doors are actually watertight
Yeah.
because you live in a world with mutants, so they've learned that's important.
Yeah.
That's a little unusual, but not completely unheard of.
Well, like, is it big enough that I could peek under the door to see people's feet?
Yeah, I'm gonna say it is in this case because I love the idea of Thomas Drake scutting around on the floor,
Right.
getting all dusty.
Um, 37 on my perception check.
You don't think you see any feet.
That's what I should have done first, actually. I'm going to make a quick medical check on myself. 26.
You realise it's highly unethical for a family member to perform medical checks on their own. And since you are
Yeah.
your own family member...
Yeah, but I think the situation demands it.
You think you've been beaten up. You're kind of aching.
Yeah, but like nothing
Well,
else,
that
right?
big
There are
guy.
no-
That big guy had a big brass bar in his fist, and he was just punching
Yeah.
you. Like
Yeah.
that hurt. That sucked.
Yeah.
Your hand hurts a little bit where the sword was. Oh no, you haven't got a basket guard. You use a 1,000-fold moron, don't you? So I guess. Like,
Yeah, well,
that
because
wouldn't-
it's a cane. Because
Yeah.
it doubles as a cane, right? So it's not strapped in, yeah.
Yeah. So that's actually that wouldn't be the case. You think like normally what you'd like to do is you'd like to not exert yourself, but like situation.
Yeah.
You just have to man through it like a big man. Briefly, you think of Skinwalker.
I'm going to try the door to see if it's locked or unlocked.
Okay. You try the door. It's locked.
Then I'm going to try and unlock it.
Go ahead.
33.
This one takes a bit longer. It's like 8 minutes. But you finally do catch that and get it free.
Yeah.
See, release gun doesn't work in this kind of lock there for those
No, it doesn't.
slightly
yeah.
more modern kinds of locks.
Yeah.
So this one just like requires you to like have a fumble around in there and get the tumblers all locked up. They're a bit heavier, so you've got to be a bit more patient, or you'll snap a bit. It's a thing. It takes time. But you do get the door open.
So I'm going to open the door like one of Steven's characters.
Oh, you
No,
stand up
like
to
one
the
of Steven's
side.
characters. Stand up to the side, open it like very slightly, look through.
Perception check.
35.
You don't think you see anyone in the dim corridor beyond.
What about here?
Go ahead.
28.
You do hear footsteps sounding like they're on a floor above you, maybe. Or maybe it's below.
Yeah.
You can't really tell. But you do hear someone else in the building.
Okay, I'm gonna make my way slowly. I want to like check the corridor beyond the door to see if there are like stairs or other rooms.
Leaning on the wall for support, you limp
Yes.
into the hall. It's unlit. There are electric light bulbs strung overhead,
Yeah.
but they're not on.
Okay.
The corridor goes on for about 3 squares before it sort of T-junctions. And off to the right, there's a stairwell, and it goes up and down. Wooden stairs. Fairly largish affair. Off to the left, there's 2 doors, and then it terminates in a wall. The 2 doors...
When I looked out the window... Sorry, continue.
No, go on.
When I looked out the window, would I estimate that I'm on ground floor or
No,
above or below it?
no. You would appear to be on a 3rd floor.
Okay. Alright. Okay. You said there are other doors?
Mm-hmm. On the opposite side to the side your jail is on.
Do they have, can they be seen through, or are they just solid doors?
Just solid doors.
Okay. I want to head up.
Ooh. You begin climbing the stairs. Oh, God, you wish you weren't a cripple. Or that Skimwalker was here to carry you up in his powerful, strong, capable, manly arms.
Yeah.
Cradling you like a velvet child. And you head up. Get to the landing at the top. The stairs don't go any higher than this. You see that the stairs come out into like a little corner room, and there's 2 corridors going one way and the other. Like this, you were at the bottom of a V.
Right.
Like a right-angled V, though.
And this is as far as the stairs go up?
Yes.
I'll make a listening check.
Go ahead.
36.
From the corridor going to your left, you hear the sound of someone walking around, and this slight muttering of like... that sort of thing.
Yeah.
But it's
Closer or further away?
kind of further away-ish.
I want to... And nothing from the corridor to the right?
You don't think there's anything coming from that direction?
I'm going to head in that direction.
Okay. The corridor is dim because it's unlit. There is a barred window at the far end of the corridor letting some light through. And the soft burble of the town.
What time of day is it?
It appears to be pre-dawn.
Right. Okay.
You are... There's like the occasional door to the left and right of you.
Can any of them be seen through, or are they all solid?
They're all solid doors.
So starting with the door closest to the window, I'm going to make perception checks to listen to see if I can hear anything on the other side of the door, and then I'm going to try open them. 35 on my perception check.
You don't think you hear anything through the far left door.
I'll try the door to see if it's locked or unlocked.
It does not appear to be locked.
I'll open it. like one of Xander's characters. Like one of Xander's, like one of Steven's characters. Like one of Steven's characters. What's in this room?
Perception check to look into the dark room.
37. That's a good one.
Nothing.
Nothing?
You get
Like it's just an empty room?
It's dark. You get the vague impression there might be a desk or table or something against the wall.
I'm going to look for like they had electrical light. They had electric lights, right? So I'm going to look for a light switch in this room.
You fumble across the wall and don't find anything.
And if I check the desk,
You stumble into the room, eventually catching a desk. You fumble around on it until eventually you find a lamp and go click, click to turn it on.
yeah.
The lamp provides a warm glow that lights up the room, revealing that you don't appear to have anyone in the room with you. It appears to be a basic sort of office. There is a
How big?
picture of Gadolf Schmittler. No, there's a picture of Hitler's brain in a jar on the wall.
And is this lamp plugged into a wall or is it separate?
It appears to be separate.
Okay. I'm going to turn it off. But how big is it?
Be about football sized. I mean, rugby
like-
ball sized actually, because it's more of an oval. More long than
More
it
of
is wide.
Yeah. I could take it with me.
You could.
Yeah. Then I'll check the hallway before I leave this room.
Mhm.
Oh, no, I threw my dice on the ground. God damn it.
And that's a 1. You don't think you see
Alrighty.
anything. You don't think you see anything.
Okay, I'll try like the next door down on the thing, because there were no windows on that room either, right?
No.
Yep.
It's dark in there too.
I have a lamp.
Okay, you light that up in the corridor.
No. I like go into the room and then light it.
Click, click! This room, complete with red banner hanging on the wall, and has a little neat desk and a table across one wall, with a bunch of American guns and helmets and pieces of armor equipment and a doctor's uniform on it, just like laid out and tagged. The desk has some folders on it, and a picture of like a little idyllic Germanic wife and children, perhaps. And another lamp. This one is plugged into the wall.
You said there are guns?
Yeah. There's an M16 and an 1911.
Yeah, I'll take the 1911.
Okay.
Is
It
it
has a
loaded?
little... Of course it's not. It has a little tag
The
on it that
ammunition.
says American 1911. There's not even a magazine.
Okay. I'll just like tuck it into my holster for now.
Okay.
How many doors were there down this corridor before I start getting to the right side?
3.
3. So there's one more.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'm gonna go to that one. Well, first, once I leave this, I'm gonna open the door, make a perception check, and then like see if that guy's further or nearer. Do you know what I mean? Like,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna keep listening out for the person I heard. Perception check, 22.
You think the coast is clear.
Sweet. And then perception check on the door for the third room is 34.
It's dark in there.
Okay. Like same thing, like go in, close the door, turn on the lamp.
Right. This room has a calendar on the wall. With
Okay.
it's like a month by month calendar. This one has a picture of a large beer
Yep.
on it. It's a little sparser than the other room. It's got some articles of clothing on a table and some folders on the desk.
If I rifle the folders real quick, what's in them?
Well, I don't know what is in them. Do you read German?
Languages. Where did I put them? Yes.
Oh. Well, go ahead.
What do they say?
This is a report about the successful capture of Thomas Drake, local American do-gooder. Been doing lots of stuff, and he knows lots of things, and we want to know the things he knows. Also, he knows Xander Magruder. And that guy knows technology, so, maybe we could learn some technology from him. And he should definitely be taken back to the Fatherland. And he has, like, an interesting sword cane and some kind of wristwatch telemetry radio that we saw him use, and one or two other little things that we're storing in the equipment room in the basement. And obviously, in order to keep the secret Red Banner facility a secret, we're not having tons of guards around. So shh, secret squirrel.
Okay. Okay, that's really useful.
Another folder contains they've had to terminate their spying operation on the local Pterodino facility. Although they did develop a very interesting weapon which went off in the Americans' faces, pics included.
It's silly putty, Kelly putty, right?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Very silly name. And perhaps if we could get a sample of that, that would be super great for the Reich.
Right.
Also, they really want to get their hands on one of those shock lances that the Pterodino people had, but unfortunately it was all packed off and they're kind of pissed about it.
Okay, I'm gonna head out of this room.
Okay, you walk brazenly out of the room.
No, dude, I make a I open the door a crack. I make a perception check.
I can't have anything, can I?
Already.
You actually think
If I was a different-
You think those footsteps have gotten further away?
Okay.
Like, moved down a room or something?
Okay. I will head on down the. I went right. I'll head down the left side.
Ooh. Okay. This exactly the same layout, but reversed. So the doors are on the other wall.
Yeah, I'll do the same thing. So check
So you're
the
going
door
all
from
the way
out-
down to the end.
No, I'm going to start from the start this time.
Oh, okay, so you said you did the same thing, which is what I assumed.
Yeah, sorry.
Okay.
Yeah, sorry. Same routine with all the rooms. I'm just
Okay.
starting from the closest. 26.
It's dark in there.
Okay. Close the door. Turn the lamp on.
This room has a filing cabinet, locked.
Yep.
Some kind of briefcase on a desk, and a very nice chair. And there is on the desk also an autographed picture of Gestabtress, Gertrude Stab. Like a propaganda photograph, but this one's been signed.
How safe is the filing cabinet? Like, is it easy enough to crack?
It has a lock on it.
Not all locks are created equal, though.
Yeah, I know.
Just I'll have a look at it to see if there's anything, if the files are worth looking into.
Okay, so you're going to try and break the lock.
Yeah.
Okay.
32.
Okay. You have to abandon your lock gun quite early on and resort to manual pick.
Yep.
Because your lock gun is not working. And you get a false set on 1 and 2. There's a strange feel in the third tumbler. The fourth has nothing.
Oh, like a serrated burn?
Maybe. Okay. The fourth tumbler has nothing. The fifth one just clicks up easy, no problem. And you go back to work on that false set on 1. You get that cleared, and then 2 now has a weird feeling on it. And now there's something in 4 where there wasn't before. And it's starting to take a lot of time. And every time you solve one tumbler, another one seems to suddenly develop a strange feel. Finally, after 10 minutes of this, you hear that satisfying click, and you are able to turn the lock. A quarter way, and then another bunch of pins drop in.
Fuck me.
And now you need a second pick roll.
Not allowed. 36.
This time, now you've kind of worked out what this is. You get a lot easier time. You are able to basically ripple backwards and forwards, solving each pin in turn. Front to back, front to back.
Yeah.
And you are able to get it to turn another quarter, whereupon the lock disengages.
So it opens?
You'd think it would, wouldn't you? But you actually have to pull on the drawer.
Oh, right, okay. So I'll pull on the drawer.
Yeah. The drawer slides open. You'd think there'd be a bunch of files in there, wouldn't you?
I would.
But what in fact you get is a locked box with an electronic keypad lock.
How big is it?
Like those safety boxes that banks let you use.
Yeah.
It's about that size.
So, like, too big to carry around.
I mean, if you weren't a cripple, you probably could fairly easily. But it's a bit on the big side. But it is portable. It's just like it'll be a bit awkward if you're trying to sneak through a facility.
I'm gonna check the other, like the sides and the bottom of the box, because sometimes these have like a wafer key insert as well as the code.
Hey, turns out it does.
Okay, I'm gonna try to open it. 30. Have I cut out?
No. You are able to get a satisfying little click after not too long, in fact.
Right. If there's another locked box in this box, I swear to God, dude.
You don't get the box to open. You do, however, get the side panel to come off, which reveals a much smaller, slim container within.
Okay.
And this has an envelope in it.
Okay, what's in the envelope?
It's locked. No, just kidding. The envelope has a map in it
Of
the outlying area.
okay.
And it has an X on the map.
Where's the X?
In the outlying area.
Oh, okay.
Like, you know how you sort of went out of Hong Kong proper to sit under a tree and stare at the spaceships?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, not too far away from there.
Right. Okay. I'm gonna take that.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put the small box back into the box and put the side panel back on.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna put the box back into the filing cabinet and close the filing cabinet.
Mm-hmm.
What else was on the desk?
As some kind of briefcase.
I'm gonna check the briefcase.
So you're thumbing open both of those locks and opening it?
Yeah.
Do you know the combination for those locks?
Some of these briefcases are real easy to crack, right?
Some of them are.
What?
So this briefcase, for description, so you know, is a double wide briefcase, and it appears to be made out of some kind of metal, a basic metal, not a strange exotic thing. And it has like those little shallow grooves in it, like some of those metal briefcases do. But it's a double wide, big thick boy.